Next Level Mindset bringing you another powerful and positive video. Let's talk about reaching the 500 subscriber milestone, YouTube partner program, getting monetized, what they don't tell you. We're going to get into all of that. And if you stay with me all the way through till the end, I've got an extra bonus PowerPoint and how to avoid getting burnt out. You do not want to miss this. Let's get into it. If you are watching this right now, this is your confirmation. This is an early bonus PowerPoint, okay? The YouTube partner program is not all that it's painted out to be. You'll find out there's a dark side to it. We'll get more into that coming up in a minute. So the first thing that we need to know when it comes to reaching 500 subscribers, this milestone only covers fan funding. It doesn't really cover the traditional YouTube partner program. Fan funding is not something new, but it is something new for those who have reached 500 subscribers. So keep that in mind. It only covers fan funding, not the traditional AdSense. You'll hear a lot of content creators talking about getting monetized, reaching the YouTube partner program. It will get you in the program, but it'll only cover what they call fan funding. And this is where your viewers, your subscribers, they can contribute, donate, support you. We'll talk more about that coming up in a little bit. As a matter of fact, there's a channel maker that I like. His name is Nate. Let's check out what he had to say about it. Check this out.
So something big has happened with YouTube monetization. You see, what they've done is they've changed the requirements for monetization. You ready for this? Let me tell you what they've done. They've cut in half the number of subscribers needed for monetization. Where it was previously 1,000, now it is 500. You only need 3 public uploads in the last 90 days, and you also only need either 3,000 watch hours as opposed to the previous 4,000 over the past year, or only 3 million YouTube Shorts views in the last 90 days as opposed to the previous 10 million views. However, if this is sounding too good to be true, it is because it is. You see, it is not all monetization that is unlocking at that point, only some monetization.
So as you can see, there are still some requirements coming up, even your watch hours. We're gonna get more into that as well, but that's the main thing to remember. Reaching 500 subscribers covers fan funding. That's why I'm learning to be engaged with my community, to reach out to those, answering every comment, making uploads, creating content on a consistent basis. These things are so important when it comes to reaching that 500 subscriber milestone. Your viewers, your subscribers, your supporters have the opportunity to invest in you through fan funding, and they're able to show you that they appreciate what you're doing. Did you know there are several different ways that those who support you can support you through fan funding? Here's just a few right here. Check this out. You have channel memberships, you have super chat, you have also super thanks, things that they could do while you're doing your thing, while you're going live, maybe something like that. Different ways that they could reach out to you. These are different ways of fan funding. But what they don't tell you is that most of the time this takes a strong community. And we'll talk more about that coming up in a minute. So that's the first thing to realize. When you reach 500 subscribers, you become eligible. You still have to go through the process, but it doesn't cover having ads ran on your YouTube channel, making money through AdSense. It only covers what they call fan funding. Your fans can help fund you through your YouTube journey. And the second thing to keep in mind when it comes to reaching 500 subscribers, they don't tell you this, but you still have to have reached that 3,000 watch hours. Did you know that a lot of YouTubers are easily getting the subscribers, but it's taking a lot longer to get that watch time? Even on my channel, I'll be the first to admit, I'm having a challenge getting up to that 3,000 hours of watch time. I've gained this 500 subscribers. We celebrated that. But that 3,000 hours of watch time is so important. So how do we set up fan funding? You must already have or create a Google Payments merchant account before you set up fan funding features. This account will receive all the fan funding payments. YouTube is also allowing you to set up a greeting message. You can greet those fans when they come to your channel. Check this out. Did you know that there are those who are selling watch hours? I found this right here on YouTube. I was surprised to see this. This right here actually blew me away. YouTube is actually allowing this on their page. Never buy watch hours, never buy views, never buy subscribers. This was a surprise to me, but there are those who will sell you those watch hours. 2 reasons you don't want to do that. Number 1, it violates the community guidelines. And number 2, they're not really going to be real with you. eventually YouTube is going to find out. Never buy watch hours, never buy subscribers. I remember when I relaunched my channel, it was a challenge getting up to those subscribers. We celebrated 100 subscribers. Let me know in the comments where you are with your subscriber count. I would like to know that. A lot of people tell you that it's not important. And when you reach 1,000, when you have 2,000 up to 100,000, maybe then it's less important. But when you're striving to get into the YouTube Partner Program, every milestone counts. And I was tempted to use some of those services, but I said, you know what? I'd rather do the right thing and do it the right way. That way I'm in this thing for the long term. And when it comes to reaching those 3,000 hours of watch time, one of the main things that has helped me is to continue to create content for my viewers, continue to create content, adding value. I used to think that I had to be perfect, but now I'm realizing you don't have to be perfect, or you don't have to be the expert in your field. You just have to give value, and you can reach that 3,000 watch hours. That's so important when it comes to reaching your 500 subscriber milestone. Yes, you will enter into the YouTube Partner Program, but you still have to have those 3,000 watch hours. And all that means is that you still have to put in the time. You still have to create content on a consistent basis. And as you go through your YouTube journey and you see other YouTubers on YouTube, they'll tell you it's a whole lot easier to get the subscriber counts than it is to get that watch time. And even on my channel, the watch time has been dipping up. Sometimes it dips down. I haven't been able to figure that out just yet. Let me know in the comments if you have a watch time that goes up and down. I'm not sure what that is. I'm getting ready to reach out to YouTube, the team YouTube, to find out what's really going on. 3,000 watch hours is a little difficult, but it's not impossible. We can do anything we put our minds to. And the third thing to know, when it comes to reaching 500 subscribers, one wrong move can ruin everything. One wrong move could take everything that you work for and cause you to become demonetized. You do not want that to happen. And in fact, there's been something going on with a invalid YouTube traffic bug or something like that. A lot of channels are becoming demonetized, or at least losing their ad revenue because of this invalid traffic bug. I'm planning to do some research on that so that I could create a video to give more insight on what that's really all about. But one wrong move could ruin it all. Really, it could be anything from using copyrighted music. It could be from using different clips in your videos. Maybe you use profanity, something like that. It could be something as simple as marking something wrong on your channel. Maybe you marked it as made for kids, or you didn't and it was made for kids. Anything that could happen. One wrong move can ruin everything and demonetize your channel. A lot of us are using this as a way to create income and to build our second income as a side hustle, in it for the long term. And so one of the things that I'm learning to do on my channel along my journey is just do what makes sense. A lot of things are really simple, but if it doesn't make sense to do, I usually don't like to do it. And usually some things are just common sense. Using other people's material without permission, it just makes sense for me not to do that. All right, I wouldn't want anybody to use my music, copyrighted music, without my permission. So that one thing that you can do on your channel could take everything away. So what you want to do is make sure you're following those guidelines, using everything that you can, elevating your channel to the next level. And if you're part of the family, you already know that's how we like to do it to get it done. Next level mindset in everything that we do. And by the way, if you're new here or you've been here before and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and make it official. Let's stay monetized together. We'd love to have you here in the family of Next Level. And the fourth insight, no one is really talking about, you have to have a community that enjoys your content and that is willing to invest in you. Somebody who enjoys watching you. Maybe your vibe will attract your tribe. Remember, we talk about that a lot. Once you reach 500 subscribers, you become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program, the fan funding aspects of it. You still need a community that enjoys you and will invest in you. And that's the beauty of it. Now they have it where your fans can invest in you through maybe Ko-Fi, there's Patreon, there's different PayPal donations, Cash App donations, different ways that your subscribers can invest in you. That's why I'm learning along my journey that building a community is so important. those who will show up and support you. Maybe you are a live streamer. There's those who will come in to your live streams. They'll have the opportunity to give you a super chat, a super thanks, or a super sticker that they call them. They can support you through that. Different ways your community can do that. And most people won't tell you. It's not just about reaching the 500 subscriber milestone. Getting into the program, you still have to have a community that is willing to invest in you. They enjoy you, they like you, they trust you. You still need a community that's willing to invest in you. Did you know that there's other platforms such as Twitch and I think Kick? They have subscribers. They have funding programs for their streamers, but they're nothing like YouTube. YouTube is very generous with this funding. And let me know in the comments, but I believe that when you receive super chats and super thanks, you get a 70%. You get 70% of that. YouTube keeps 30%. I think that's very generous. So there's ways that your fans can invest in you, but you still have to have that community. So think about that. So ask yourself, what are some of the things that I could do to build up my community? One of the things that I do is answering every comment. Everyone that comes to my channel and leaves a comment, at the time of this recording, I answer every one of them, respond to every one of them, and letting them know that I'm here to build and add value. So keep that in mind. You can build your community. They will invest in you if you show them that you're willing to invest in them. And the fifth thing they don't tell you about reaching 500 subscribers, you must meet community guidelines and have no community violations. You have to have your channel in good standing. And it could be anything that could cause you to violate. You could simply be in a situation where you said the wrong thing the wrong way, right? It could be something simple as that. Here's a screenshot right here. Spam and deceptive practices is one way that you could violate the community guidelines. It says right here, deceptive policies, impersonation. Also, keep in mind that they're starting to crack down on nudity, content, thumbnails, policy, child safety, suicide, self-harm. There's all types of ways that you could end up violating the community guidelines, messing up your channel, messing up your monetization. Most people won't tell you that. They'll think about getting the subscribers. A lot of content creators will talk about how they reached that 500 subscriber milestone, doing it like that, but they won't tell you. You have to be very careful. One wrong move, remember we talked about that, could ruin everything. So you have to follow community guidelines and have no violations on your channel. And this right here comes down to using basic common sense, things that you know you wouldn't want somebody to do to your channel if you own YouTube, right? You know certain things that you wouldn't want to be done on your platform. And so what has helped me along my journey is just to make sure that I follow those guidelines. And so far I've been able to do that. But YouTube is constantly updating. It's constantly changing its rules, right? I predict even now, while I'm making this recording, that eventually the watch time requirement is going to be reduced to 1,000 watch hours for the funding part of the YouTube partner program. That's just one of my predictions. I think a lot of content creators are going to start seeing where they're able to create content, 500 subscribers, but now all they're going to need is 1,000 hours of a watch time. So stick around. I may be right. I was wrong before, could be wrong again. But I'm excited about this milestone. Meeting those guidelines with no community violations is a main thing. It's going to be so important to keep your channel on the platform, to stay successful in this thing for the long term. Reaching 500 subscribers is an exciting time. Now, I've got some bonus PowerPoints that I want to share and how to avoid burnout. But first, before we do that, just want to share this with you. Creative Mix, copyright-free music for all content creators. I've been using them for a while and they have a great variety of music, different varieties of music, free of charge. So check out Creative Mix. Go to their YouTube channel, subscribe there. Go to creativemix.com, create a free account, start downloading their music. Use it in your videos, use it in your live streams, or just listen behind the scenes. So a big thank you to Nick Nimmin and D Nimmin over at Creative Mix. They're not sponsoring this video, but if you choose to use them, just tell them Stevon told you about it. If you are enjoying the content on my channel, you could show some fan funding through the links in the description, Cash App donation, buy a coffee, take my books home with you, any way you want to do it. And those of you who already do that on a regular basis, you know who you are. I appreciate you. So this first bonus PowerPoint deals with the idea of fan funding, the YouTube Partner Program. There's a dark side. We have to remember, YouTube is a business. They're in this thing to make money. Their bottom line, making money is what they all about. It's not all that it's painted out to be. Even when you think about the traditional monetization strategies, traditional YouTube Partner Program, their goal is to get people on the platform, making money, showing them as many ads as they can. That's why I want to encourage you. Think about other ways that you can monetize, not just depending on the YouTube Partner Program. A lot of people, they end up thinking about that, putting everything in this one platform. I got several videos on my channel about how you can become monetized even before you reach the monetization, even before you enter into the YouTube Partner Program. And from my experience, there are so many content creators who are doing this thing in and out, getting burnt out. There's a way that you could avoid that. As a matter of fact, check out this video right here, how to avoid being burnt out, what they don't tell you. I think that would be a great video for you to watch next. So check that out, enjoy that. Thanks again to my subscribers and returning viewers. I would not be here without you. Hit the like button, share this on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done that. Stay blessed, stay positive, never give up whatever you do. Until next time, I'll see you on the next level. Peace.